Welcome back. I thought today that I would discuss three things that I would like to see changed in regard to explosives, grenade launchers, and riflemen in enlisted going forward. The third take is probably pretty hot, and to be honest, I don't expect the third one to be ever implemented, but I guess stick around and find out. So, I have one squad of fellows with grenade launchers. I didn't go out of my way to get them. I basically just imported them all from Tunisia and Berlin and all of the above, Normandy. Um, I'm not really a huge fan of them, to be entirely honest. And the main reason why I'm not a huge fan of them is because you can put them on any rifleman in any squad. You can put two of them on every rifleman. If you wanted to be especially spicy, especially pre-white phosphorus nerves, you could put two grenade launchers on each guy, a grenade bag, and then load them up with white phosphorus. Or load them up with Molotovs, or load them up with, in these days, explosive packs or grenades. And if you really just have silver orders to toss around, why not throw some mines on there? Now, what I would really like to see changed, and actually, Darkflow has taken a step in this direction. They moved the anti-tank grenade launcher onto AT soldiers. I think you can still get it on normal riflemen, but I think we would have to go to Stalingrad to find out. This is a normal rifle. No, that's a mortarman, of course. Yeah, so you can still put them on normal riflemen. I'm more okay with the anti-tank ones than the non-anti-tank ones, but anyway. Number one is that I would like to see the creation of a new class of soldier in enlisted, and that class should be the Grenadier. Now, you should be able to put Grenadiers in every squad, and like any other squad in the game, you should be able to get a Grenadier squad. Now, what would a Grenadier and a Grenadier squad look like? Well, it would probably be a six-man squad. It would primarily use soldiers that use your Kar 98s with your grenade launchers, your Scheisbecher, or your GGP-40. They'd have the choice of both. They'd have the choice of normal rifleman weapons as well, the same as, say, a mortarman or an engineer. I might even make them come with grenade bags. But the core idea behind them, and 2 and 3 kind of have to do with this as well. The core idea behind them is to make it so there's less squads that can run around with nothing but grenade launchers, because to be 100% honest, it may be very effective for leveling a squad, it may be very effective at clearing objectives, but it is a toxic and cancerous playstyle. And by limiting it to only one full squad of them, and by limiting it to 1 or 2 soldiers for other squads, I think it would go a long way to improve the overall experience. Now, I understand, not everybody runs around with squads like these fellas that all have grenade launchers, but post-merge, we're going to be running into a lot more full human teams, and this, I think, is going to be a very popular tactic for dealing with them, because you're not going to be dealing with brainless bots all the time anymore. You're going to be dealing with people that actually know how to shoot back. Now, number 2, in addition to creating a Grenadier class, is to change how the backpacks that hold grenades work. I'm trying to find somebody that can actually take one. So right now, the grenade pouches, it's just a blanket, you carry more grenades. I'm pretty sure this is 1 additional grenade. Yeah, an additional grenade. And this one allows you to equip 2 additional grenades. I don't think they should go away. I absolutely think grenade pouches have a place in this game. But what I do think should change about them is there should be a limit coded in that says you can have a maximum of one of each type of grenade in a grenade pouch. I think the idea behind bringing a grenade pouch should not be encouraging people to spam whatever the most powerful grenade of that month is. At one point it was bring as much white phosphorus and act like a human mortar and just stand there and launch them. You're a Willie Pete Amponette. No, no, no. We should not have that. But what I do think they should do is add variety and tactical flexibility. So right now, this guy, he has an M24 grenade. This guy has an explosive pack. This guy has a smoke grenade. Right now, I have 3 different flavors of grenade that all are flexible in different roles on 3 different guys in a squad. And if I want to use them, I have to swap between guys. Which is fine. That works well. It's a good system. But if we take a grenade pouch and we say, you can have 1 frag grenade, you can have 1 smoke grenade, you can have 1 Willie Pete, you can have 1 Molotov, you can have, I'm missing something, aren't I? 1 explosive pack. I think that would go a long way to counter the explosive spam. No longer would you be able to load up a guy with nothing but Willie Pete and gas a point. I know that's not an issue anymore, but you never know when it might come back. Things get buffed and nerfed all the time. Likewise, no longer will you be able to bring a squad of 7 guys that have 3 explosive packs each and chuck them at a tank until it goes kaput. Instead, now I could take every guy in the squad and I can give them an offensive grenade like a frag or a det pack, or I can give them a smoke grenade in the other slot. Imagine having a smoke grenade on every guy in addition to having a frag grenade. It would give you incredible flexibility. It'd be like going back and playing COD. At least back in my day. I'm pretty sure back in like World at War and whatnot in the campaign you carried both frags and smokes. I don't know, it's been a long time. And anyway, the moral of the story is I like the idea of tactical flexibility, I dislike the idea of explosive spam, and I think this would make grenade packs more viable, and then coupling that with the creation of a Grenadier class, if it becomes standard kit for your Grenadier class, where they all come with grenade pouches, I think that would be a really neat piece of flavor for them. So you'd have one class that's focused into this explosive, spammy role, but only that one. And then it wouldn't bleed out into every other squad when people are trying to level them or when people are just trying to tilt the other team. Now, I said number 3 would be a hot take, and I very much so mean it. Number 3 is going to be a hot take. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with it. I don't think that the explosive pack should be available on every single soldier. What we've effectively done is we've taken a demolition charge and we've put it on every soldier, and because of that we've made it so every soldier is an anti-tank soldier. So people all the time will talk about how people should not gray zone camp in tanks and how it shouldn't be possible. I think that you could make a much stronger argument for that if every soldier in the game wasn't an AT soldier. The reason why people don't push in tanks is because you cannot push in tanks for, well, 2 reasons. Number 1, this game is more of an arcade game. It gives an authentic feel to World War II, but it is not historically accurate. And number 2 is because you never have the coordination on teams unless you come in with like a 3 or a 4 stack of people working with you to have proper combined arms gameplay. Like the AI soldiers, they don't protect your tank. They're not going to clear the buildings on the left and the right. They're just going to run around and do their own thing. And that extends to players too. Willie is flanking hard left and doesn't give a shit about your tank. Johnny over here on the right, well, he's just sniping. And Bo just ran past your tank, ran past the guy throwing a det pack on your tank, and he's going to keep running because the point's in front of him and he wants to cap it. Like, you can't rely on your teammates to actually support your tank, so people sit in the back in the gray zone camp. Basically what I'm saying is if you drive a tank forward right now, and you drive up on a 9-man squad of riflemen, it's not uncommon for all 9 of them, one after another, to pull out an explosive pack, run at you, and throw it. Now, if we create a Grenadier class, we can put explosive packs on the Grenadier, we can put them on the Mortarman, we can put them on the AT Soldier. Basically, all of the guys who carry explosives. You can even make an argument for putting it on assaulters. Or engineers, one or the other. The point is, I think that they should be more limited in scope, where they should be available in every squad on certain specialists, but they shouldn't be on everybody. And in addition to that, we have the TNT charge now, and I actually don't think that putting the TNT charge on everybody, or even the AT mine for that matter, is necessarily an issue. And I think the reason for that is because the TNT charge requires additional risk and additional setup. With the explosive packs, for a very long time, you could hold down your throw button, and you could hold it all the way until it forced you to throw it, and you would guarantee a tank kill. Nowadays, that's not a thing anymore. But if you're at all capable of counting in your head, you can accomplish the same thing. Depending on how far away you are from a tank, you either count to 5 or you count to 6, and as soon as the grenade lands on the back of the tank, it explodes, and almost every time it'll kill the tank. Because of how easy it is to use the explosive packs, I think it creates an unhealthy game dynamic where I can, and I often do, run squads that don't carry normal grenades, they don't carry smoke grenades, most of them don't carry Molotovs, a handful of them carry Willy Pete, but overwhelmingly, my squads all carry explosive packs. And it's because anytime that I see a tank that's out of position, anytime I see one that's pushed up, I can sit here, count to 6, and the tank is gone. And if I don't get it on the first guy, I can go to the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth. And if worst comes to worst, if I really want to, I can peck off both of your tracks, and then put one under you, put one on top of you. The point is, we've created an environment where we want tanks to stop gray zone camping, but we haven't given them an alternative. Right now, any tank that wants to push forward, unless they're playing with their friends that are going to spend all of their time keeping infantry off of them, then you're going to instead get swarmed by packs of infantry with explosive packs, and you're not going to have a tank anymore. So like I said, there's my hot take. Make of it what you will. I'm looking forward to seeing any feedback that you have. I'm sure people will disagree with point 3. But point 1 and 2, especially the creation of the Grenadier class, I hope that people can get behind.